Hi, I'm Ian Sinclair. I'm a voice actor, and I play Whis in the movie Dragon Ball Broly.
Thank you.
Dragon Ball Super Broly, actually.
So being introduced to Dragon Ball Battle of the Gods, and you got to work on that. 3 movies now in the series. How has it been playing with? How has it been incorporating yourself into the character?
It's... The way I like to describe it is, are you a fan of Dragon Ball? It'd be like if you got a part. No, and I mean that isn't like, I can't express, it's easier to say that than to explain to people like, you know the emotions that you as a fan would go through, that's what I've been going through, and it's insane. It's as mad insane as you would think it is. All of a sudden I'm in Los Angeles getting interviewed about a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to do it. It's bizarre, but weirder than that, I've dropped both Goku and Vegeta. There's this. It's been a dream come true. It's as if you're able to get to talk to Superman or Spider-Man and actually get to have that. When I'm actually able to go in there and Goku and Vegeta are already recorded, I literally get to talk to Goku and Vegeta. It's mind blowing, and they're wonderful. The company takes care of you, and it's not like they're like, cool, you got a part. Yeah. Like, they've taken care of me, and they've been wonderful, and it's been a dream come true. So what is it being like being Whis? Absolute dream come true. Fanboy dream, and I'm stronger than all of them.
So Whis is an incredible character.
Thank you.
He's a personal favorite for the anime staff.
Oh yeah.
We love him because he's sassy.
Yeah.
And it's very funny how you bring out in your acting.
Thank you.
I know since you do the dubbing, did you take the mannerism from the original dub, or did you do anything to bring out a bit more with your own?
Well, we watch, before we do any anime dubbing, we preview the scene in Japanese first. So the Japanese voice actor for Whis is always in my ear right before I do it. So I always hear what he's doing, how he's attacking it, how his emotions are going, and I base it off that because he knows. He's talked to, the producers, he's there with the director, he may have talked to Akira Toriyama. So he has insights that I don't. So I first go to him and how he's delivering it. Then I make it American. Some of his vocal mannerisms are very Japanese. They're just, you'll hear, oh, then you might hear like a, oh, that are just slightly different between Japanese and English, so I have to do a bit of translation. Also, mine is a little bit lower, but that's because in general, with the super dub, Dragon Ball in general, we, in the dub, are a little bit lower pitched than the Japanese. If you listen to Masako Nozawa versus John Schimmel, he's a little bit lower. Ryo Hirakawa versus Chris Sabat, he's a little bit, Chris is a little lower too. So I'm just a little bit lower. But he's my head voice, and he's my happy place, and he's just having fun. Because these little angry little these glowing angry little monkey boys are just flinging energy poop at each other and screeching, and he's just giggling the whole time, going, oh, your hair changed color, look at you, who's strong? I could fight you. No, you couldn't, honey. No, you couldn't. I'm sorry, yeah.
No, but going into that, I kind of want to follow up on that. The only time we actually see Whis doing anything else is training with him. And he's not even like serious.
Oh no.
Will we ever get to see, do you want to see Whis just go all out?
Yes.
We can match Beerus.
Oh, he's stronger than Beerus.
Yeah, we can match Beerus, so we don't know exactly how much stronger.
Right at the beginning, I saw that Toriyama said something about Goku at God level is like a 6, Beerus is like a 10, and Whis is like a 15 or an 18 or something like that. He's beyond strong, which is so great.
He can control time.
He can control all that time. No, he's unbelievably strong and powerful and wonderful. Will we see him go all out? I think that if this series continues, one of the coolest things that they could do is they could point out to Vegeta that Beerus kind of wanted planet Vegeta to be blown up, and that's part of the whole Frieza thing, because it's been mentioned a couple times in Super. And I'm putting this theory out there because when it goes down, everybody's going to go back to all these interviews and be like, Ian called it. Please make this happen. So my thought is, if my Bulma Vegeta was able to put Beerus on the ropes, then you took my kingdom away from me, and I'm not a king, and you took my family away from me, Vegeta. I think he's got a shot at being a destroyer. That's me. I think that eventually we will get into a real battle of gods, and maybe even the angels will get involved. I'd love to think that. I've always thought that if that does happen, Whis would be like the friendly one. He'd be the one who's trying to keep everybody else from blinking them out of existence. That's the best I got, yeah. It's all fan theories. They don't tell me anything. I'm the Tom Holland of this cast. They're afraid I'm going to... Okay, I'm glad you laughed. I said that in an interview like a month or two ago, but I kept saying Hiddleston over and over again. And I asked the interviewers, and they go, yeah, Tom Hiddleston, Spider-Man. And I went, cool. Like 8 interviews. What's your question?
You got it right this time.
I did.
Other than Liz, do you have another favorite character from the series?
From Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
I love Vegeta. I mean, Vegeta's... Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Vegeta. He's the best. Chris is a good friend of mine, so I'm gonna be like, fine, it's Chris. I love Beerus and Whis. Like, if I'm gonna take out Beerus as well, because I love Beerus as a character, I'm as a fan able to understand what he means because he's not me, but I can't comprehend what Whis means, because no matter what I look at Whis, I always look at him through my eyes. But Beerus I think is absolutely one of the best characters that have come up in a while. And but if we're talking old canon, Trunks and Vegeta, man. Trunks was my guy growing up, but I think that was for every teenage boy. Like, we were all Trunks to a certain... We all had the sword and had that bowl cut because we're like, I'm Trunks. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go Vegeta. I love Hit. I think Hit's a great character too. Some other universal characters. I love Zeno. Hey, there's the weird little baby things that's gonna blink out existence. Those are great. Roshi's great. I don't know. I could keep going. It was like, how can you not love Roshi? But that's if you're gonna go back all full Dragon Ball. If we're just going Super, are we just going Super? Okay, we'll just go Super. Papa Vegeta's great, but that doesn't count. No, it's got to be new. Okay, we're just going to go new. I'm going to say, not Hit. Frieza is actually impressing me a lot more. Actually, I'm going to say Frieza's been a sleeper hit for me. No kidding, right? Because for the longest time, you're like, why is Frieza back? I mean, not as much as you're like, why is Tien here? Why is Tien here? John, I love you, but why is Tien still around? Why? And your character uses a lot of his own health in fighters when he uses his moves, and I don't like that, bro.
Okay, so last question. Obviously, Battle of the Gods, The Resurrection Act, those are movies that have gotten more traction. But this one, the TCL Theater tomorrow, red carpet, everything. How is that seen from the first movie from now? That evolution. And not Dragon Ball.
It's we don't talk about Dragon Ball Evolution. It's wonderful to no. It is bizarre as a Dragon Ball fan to see it be almost mainstream. The fact that we had a Macy's Day balloon is insane, dude. I mean, if you think about how when we were kids, it was us and our few friends that knew about anime. It's like you and your anime friends. Y'all are younger than me, but when I was a kid, it was just you and like 3 other people. Now it's a known quantity, and that's really bizarre to be a part of. Because, like, I assumed, you get into it and it's going to be you and the Dragon Ball fans. It's you and your people. But there's people who don't watch Dragon Ball who want to see the movie, and it's crazy, and it's wonderful. And I think that this can be something that brings people into the Dragon Ball franchise as fans. My mom, for example, I believe Battle of Gods is one of the best promotional movies that they've ever done in Dragon Ball. My mom walked away from watching Battle of Gods and loved it, thought it was a show about a family and a party, and then watched Resurrection F and goes, "Is this show about fighting?" And I said, "Oh, because the first movie." No, and it just blew my mind. So it's. I am so happy as an anime fan that it's getting mainstream attention. As somebody who's in it, it is just bizarre, and it's bizarre. It's a dream. It's a dream.